Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing this fall inspired makeup look. It's pretty natural, and then I threw in a little bit of bronzy and burgundy and pink colors. So I'm super excited to show you guys how I achieved this look. I'm also super happy to let you guys know that this video is in partnership with Fancii, and if you guys don't know who Fancii is, they are a beauty company that sell mirrors and beauty tools, and guys, they are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be using their mirror and their makeup brushes throughout this whole video, and ever since I changed up my mirror and my brushes, my makeup game has increased just like that. Like, it has been insane since I switched to them, so you guys should definitely try them out. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about them throughout the video, so definitely stay tuned. I also have a discount code for you guys that I will mention later throughout the video, as well as in the description box. But before I rant on too long, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so we're just gonna start by putting our hair up and getting out our Fancii mirror. I'm gonna be using this throughout the whole video. I am going to be using natural light, but I wanted to show you guys the 3 settings that it has, because it makes such a huge difference, especially in low lighting situations, and I'll talk a little bit more about that throughout the video. I'm also going to be using their brushes, which come in a beautiful assortment, and I am absolutely obsessed, you guys. First things first, we're gonna put on our sunscreen, and I've just been loving this Neutrogena Dry Touch sunscreen. We're also gonna follow up with some lip balm and zoom you guys in. Yes, we are looking good. That's a good angle. Let's go. Next, I'm going to be using my favorite Lancome foundation. It is the 24-hour Tantel Ultra. Don't know if I said that right, but it has a really nice buildable coverage. It's not super cakey, it's not super full coverage, and I really like that about it as well. It also has SPF. It's like my all-time favorite foundation I've been using forever. And then I'm going to be using the Fancii foundation brush and just buff that out. And if you guys don't know, it's actually a lot better to use brushes rather than a beauty blender, because it's not going to soak up all your product. Next, I'm going to be using this Maybelline concealer. I'm not super crazy about it. I really like the NARS one, but this is a great dupe for it. So I just put a little bit under my eyes. Sorry if I look super orange, I promise I'll make it better. This is just like my summer shade, but it'll get better throughout the video, promise. I'm then going to be taking the concealer brush by Fancii and just blending all of that out. This brush blends so nicely. I'm actually super impressed, you guys. Just blend out the forehead a little bit. All right, looking good. Alright, and next I'm going to be taking the big powder brush, and I'm going to be using that along with my Lancome setting powder. I really like this finish as well. It's not too heavy, so I'm just going to be covering my T-zone areas as well as under my eyes where that concealer was, and just kind of blending out throughout the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay bronzer. I'm not super crazy about this bronzer, but I'm just going to use it because I've been using it every day. However, as soon as I started using this bronzing sculpting brush by Fancii, it has just amazed me because of the product application and how much better it is than my usual brush. I feel like it's a lot more pigmented than it usually is, so I really appreciated that about it. And then I'm just gonna contour my cheekbones, my chin, and then bring it around my forehead as well. So we're gonna do a quick little commercial break, because I did want to talk a little bit more in depth about this mirror that I'm using in my video. And I am absolutely in love with it. It has 3 lighted settings and a optional little magnified mirror, so I really appreciate that whenever I'm doing my eyebrows, or I just kind of want to look at my pores or something like that. So I have been using natural lighting throughout this video because that is my preferred lighting. However, that is not always the case, so if I'm getting up really early for work or something like that and the sun isn't out yet, I don't have really good light, and I did want to talk about BBL. So what BBL stands for is bad beauty lighting. It is something that fancii is combating through their mirrors. So essentially, bad beauty lighting is indoor lighting, bathroom lighting, just yellow lighting that are gonna cause you to mismatch your makeup or under apply your makeup. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen someone's line, just like you can see their foundation line on their chin because it's like the wrong shade of foundation. Well, if you're in a bad beauty lighting situation, that can happen. So you definitely want to invest in one of these that's going to eliminate that. So I'm going to show you guys. It has 3 different settings. Okay, so the lighting option number 1 that I'm gonna show you guys now, this is the first one. And as you can see, when I hold it up in front of myself, like even put it down, it has immensely just like increased the lighting situation. I mean, I might as well not even need a ring light at this point, but this is light number 1, and it is the soft white light. So this soft white light is perfect for indoors and evening occasions. So this is the second light. So as you can see, it is a little bit warmer. So this light number 2 is called the neutral white, and the neutral white lighting is most commonly found in office buildings and used by photographers and makeup artists because it's true and neutral white. It's funny because I actually prefer this lighting like when I'm getting ready in the morning, because it's not like white and fluorescent and just like in my face. It's a lot less intense to me personally, and so I like to use this getting ready in the morning, especially if the sun isn't like at its brightest point. It's just a lot like chiller for me to use. And then this is the third setting, and I'm pretty sure that this is the brightest one. I really can't tell, but this setting reflects more of a blue hue, which stimulates the natural color of daylight on a sunny day. It's the brightest of the 3 settings, yeah. So it is the brightest one, and this is perfect for you to apply your makeup if you're planning on spending your time outdoors. I really think that any of these lightings can work. And then my favorite, like one of my favorite parts about this mirror is that you don't need batteries to power it. I know a lot of like the mirrors from Amazon and stuff you do, but it just has a USB, so I could just plug it up. But if you don't want to use your power, then you definitely have the option of using batteries as well. Another cool feature this mirror has is that it can turn sideways, which is really awesome. I actually haven't even used this feature until this video, like just now, but that's pretty cool. And then it also comes off, it's completely detachable, so it's perfect for travel. And I also want to quickly talk about these brushes that have also changed my makeup game like so much. They come in a very chic leather case that I'm obsessed with, and they all have like this gold detailing. So when you open it up, they come like this, just sorted perfectly. They're so neat and organized. This case might be a little dirty because I've been using them a lot. And I've definitely noticed that they apply my makeup a lot better than my other brushes. So I'm not using as much makeup, so it's actually saving me a lot of money in the long run, because if you're using a bad brush or a sponge that's just gonna suck up all your makeup, then you're probably wasting a lot of product. So I definitely appreciate that about them as well. So I do have an awesome discount code for you guys. If you use Anastasia25, you will get 25% off your entire purchase on fancii's website. And honestly, a lot of their stuff is super affordable. It's time to invest in your makeup game. Well, thank you for listening to me rant, but let's get back to the video. Next, I'm gonna be taking this blush brush and using my favorite blush at the moment by Lancome. Next, we're gonna move on to the eyes, and then I'm gonna be using these 2 brushes by fancii as well. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of my bronzer. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna start with the same concealer I used earlier and just kind of lightening up. It's a trick that I use to just kind of lighten up my lids a little bit before putting on that eyeshadow. And then I'm going to be taking the bronzer and just going into my crease, just to give my eyelid a little bit of definition. And then I'm going to be taking this mini palette by Lancome, and I'm actually going to be using this blush color right here for my eyelids. And I'm just going to go into the center and then blend it outwards. And then I'm going to get a little bit under the eye as well, under the lash line. As you can see, this blends out really nicely with the bronzy color without being super overpowering and pigmented. And then I'm gonna take this little highlighter out of the palette as well that's almost out, and just going into my crease with that, blending it out a little bit, and then going into the lower middle part of my lid to give it that little bit of pop. Alright, I'm also going to pop a little bit underneath my brow as well. Now we are moving on to the liner, so I'm going to be taking one of these brushes and dipping it into this Maybelline Dip liner. I think it's for brows, but I use it for both. And I'm sorry guys, I didn't show a really good representation of me doing my eyeliner because it was just really hard to get it on camera, but I usually just start from underneath my brow and kind of align that with where I want my wing to be. Now we're moving on to the brows, and I'm just going to be using the same products, and what I like to do is just line the underneath of my brow and spoolie it out. That way it gives a very, very natural effect. And here are my brows, you guys. So next I'm going to be taking this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash. It's a great dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara, but just doesn't last nearly as long. And then I'm going to be taking my Glossier Boy Brow and finishing off my brows with that. I absolutely love this product because it just gives a really nice, bushy yet natural effect. I'm just going to dust off any excess mascara that I have. And then I'm going to take this What's Up highlighter by Benefit, putting it a little bit onto my cheekbones, my Cupid's bow. And now I'm going to be taking my MAC liner as well as this little matte cream lipstick that I actually got at Victoria's Secret, surprisingly. So I'm just going to line my lips with the liner, which is a little bit darker than the Velvet Matte Lip Stain. And I'm just going to be going in with that. Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes my makeup tutorial for this fall inspired look. I thoroughly hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to try any of these fancy products that I have been using, such as the brushes and the mirror, definitely use my discount code Anastasia25 on their website to save a little bit of money. I'm also super excited to say that we just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that makes me so happy and excited, and I just want to thank you guys so much. And I could not have done that without you guys, obviously, so thank you. That really helps me out and helps me continue making awesome videos for you guys. Okay, I've said thank you like a ton of times, but I'm gonna say thank you guys again for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful fall season and goes to the pumpkin patches and to the spooky woods and to scare winds and whatever everyone's doing these days. But yeah, love you guys. Bye.